the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are discussing examples on Z transforms. Uh, okay, the first example, find the Z transform and its ROC. In what region the Z transform exists? That is called region of convergence. Okay, ROC. So these basic examples we have discussed while discussing the standard functions and the basic properties. Just like first one is Z transform of 2 raised to k, isn't it? Here the function is given to be 2 raised to k in non-negative part. K is greater than or equal to 0 means only non-negative part, right? So by using the definition, basic, if you remember the formula, that is Z transform of a raised to k for k non-negative, then you can use that formula in computer examinations, but not in theory examinations. If it is asked for 5 marks in theory, then you have to apply the basic definition of Z transform. So here f of k is given to be 2 raised to k for k non-negative. So by starting with the definition of Z transform of f of k is summation from minus infinity to infinity, f of k z raised to minus k. But here we have given to be k from 0 to infinity. So we'll discuss the summation, or we'll write the summation from 0 to infinity only, isn't it? 2 raised to k z raised to minus k. So using the laws of indices, we have combined this to 2z raised to minus 1 the whole raised to k, isn't it? And by expanding this summation from 0 to infinity, we'll get a geometric series with the common ratio 2z raised to minus 1. So this is a geometric series and it converges to its limit point. What is limit point of the geometric series? A upon 1 minus r. So this is A is the first term, okay, and 1 minus r is the common ratio, okay, provided that mod of r must be less than 1. You can see here. So with the help of this, we have got the condition on z, that is mod z greater than 2, and in this region the z transform will be z upon z minus 2, or this series will be convergent only if mod of this r is less than 1. Okay, so by simplifying this expression, we'll get z upon z minus 2 in the exterior of the circle of radius 2, isn't it? I've explained this. Mod z greater than 2 means exterior of the circle with radius 2. So on the same basis, you can obtain the z transform of these functions, isn't it? So let us solve the fourth one. Everyone have to try this. 1 upon 5 raised to k for k negative. Okay, I'm going to ask randomly to any one of you. Come on. Take this fourth example. Find the z transform of 1 upon 5 raised to k for k negative. When I'll ask, then you just have to hold your camera on your notebook and explain the steps. Okay. I'll ask to any one of you. So everyone have to try. And of course, I'm giving the marks also. Okay. Aditya, what is region of convergence? ROC?
So mod z is less than 1 by 5.
1 by 5. Okay. Okay, Prajwal Gaikwad.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just hold your camera on your notebook and explain the steps, please.
Okay. Sir, is it visible
No, it's not actually visible.
now?
Just a minute. Let me unpin to me. Yeah. No, it's not visible.
Sir, first, sir, I have changed the intervals by putting k equal to minus r. So it will become r will become 1 to infinity, and then
Yeah.
1 by 5 raised to minus r, it will be z raised to r. And by solving, we will get summation r equal to 1 to infinity 5z raised to r. So it will be a GP. So it will be first term upon 1 minus common ratio. So 5z upon 1 minus 5z. Mod of 5z will be less than 1. And answer will be mod of z will be less than 1 by 5.
5z upon 1 minus 5z is a simplified one, right?
Yes.
You have splitted the summation, right, from 1 to infinity?
Yes.
Okay. So mod z is less than 1 by 5 is the ROC. Okay, fine. Is it okay to everyone?
Sir,
Yes?
can we just write the formula z of a raised to k for k less than 0 equal to z by a minus z? So will it be what we say accountable, or we need to go by
By
normal
definition.
formula?
No, by definition only. Actually, you have to use the formula in computer examinations. If it is online examination, just now, just like in unit test, we are going to have online examination, right? So you can use the formula there. And even in GATE examination also, you can use the formula. And that is only the expectation, that you have to use the formula, isn't it? Because that is there is a time constraint. But in theory examination, we are expecting to use the basic definition, okay, from examination point of view. So you have to apply the basic definition while getting the Z transforms. But if it is complicated compact function or the composite function, I can say, just like k sine ak or k z raised to k. So in that case, instead of applying the basic definition, if it is if it is possible to apply the standard theorems we have discussed, like multiplication by power of k, division by power of k, then it will be easier one, isn't it? So in that case, you have to
Yeah.
apply the theorem. That is what they expected steps.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So is it okay to everyone, or do I have to solve on the board? Yes, please reply in chat box. Or should I proceed with the next example?
Yes.
Atharva Dhamale, unmute your mic, please. Hello, Atharva. Atharva Dhamale. Okay, Ashwini Magmare. I think I'm not audible. Okay, Atharva Vidate.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir. It is okay.
Okay, fine. So let us start the next example. Find Z transform of f of k, where f of k is given to be this. So this also we have just discussed in general form, like a raised to k when k is negative and a raised to k when k is non-negative, isn't it? So for this example, f of k is given to be 3 raised to k for k less than 0, and it is 2 raised to k for k greater than or equal to 0. So Z transform of this by definition from minus infinity to infinity summation f of k z raised to minus k, and by splitting this summation according to the function in negative part and in non-negative part, is it? And then by splitting the summation, first of all, they have converted these negative positions to positive positions by substitution of k equals to minus r. All right. And then by splitting the summations, we are getting the geometric series for both of these parts, and both those geometric series converges to their limit points if and only if mod of their common ratio. So in the first part, mod of 3 raised to minus 1 z is less than 1, and in second part, mod of 2 z raised to minus 1 is less than 1. So we are getting mod z less than 3 and 2 is less than mod z. 2 less than mod z. So by combining this, I'm getting 2 is less than mod z less than 3. That is the annulus between the circles of radius 2 and 3. It's an annular part, I can say. And this will be the z transform, z upon 3 minus z into 2 minus z minus 2. Okay, so this is the combined case, 1 by 4 raised to mod of k. We have to write this function, first of all, in both the parts, negative and non-negative part. Okay, and then split the summation. This was asked 2 times in earlier pattern. So such examples are very easy and important. Now here, first is obtain the z transform of f of k equals to 1 upon k for k greater than or equal to 1, and f of k is a raised to k by k for k greater than or equal to 1. So let us solve first one. Actually here, you can attempt this example using the basic definition also and using the theorem also by division by powers of k theorem. Is it? There f of k will be 1 and we are dividing power of k to be 1 by power of k. Anyway, so by using the basic definition of z transform, what we are having, z transform of 1 by k is summation 1 by k z raised to minus k. Isn't it? And then by splitting k from 1 to infinity, you will get this infinite summation. And if you remember this, I think in M1 or M2, you might have discussed Taylor's and Maclaurin series expansions. Have you? Have you discussed the Taylor's and Maclaurin series in M1 or M2?
Yes.
Okay. So there you might have discussed these formulas of log of 1 plus x or log of 1 minus x or exponential or trigonometric functions, isn't it? How to express those functions into infinite sum. So here this infinite sum, we are approximating to the function actually. So this is just like x plus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3. It is not factorial there in denominator, remember. If it is factorial, then we have to approximate that to be exponential function. But as it is not factorial here, so that will be a series of log, I can say, because I think log of 1 minus x is equals to minus x square by 2 minus x cube by 3. Isn't it like this? So here all the terms are given to be positive, and to adjust the negative sign, we have multiply and multiplied, I can say, and divide by minus 1, isn't it, to each term. Or I can say I have taken minus sign common, then each term will be negative inside, and that expansion will be series of log of 1 minus z raised to minus 1. By simply replacing x raised to z raised to minus 1 by x, so what will get x plus x square by 2, that is the expansion of minus of log of 1 minus x, is it? So this is a logarithmic series, and which is convergent by D'Alembert's ratio test. We find the series of convergent if mod of z. Actually, this series is convergent in only mod z greater than 1. Always remember this log series always convergent in mod z, or I can say exterior part of the circle with radius 1. Because we know to this series there is a problem with z equal to 1, isn't it? You can see each term is in denominator. Each term of this series is in denominator, isn't it? And in denominator means what? If we substitute z equal to 0, then that will be infinite, right? Each term will be infinite. So such series are called Laurent series expansions, Laurent series in complex. We are going to discuss in this series in last unit in detail, don't worry. So here, this series, this logarithmic series is convergent in mod z greater than 1. Okay, here they have given the standard series expansions. With the help of this, we are getting this. Okay. So what is the Z transform of f of k given? This is the Z transform, or I can say minus log of 1 minus Z raised to minus 1 is the simplified Z transform in mod Z greater than 1. Most of the times, students are used to write only the Z transforms without their region of convergence, but that is wrong. Remember, the Z transform exists in its ROC only. So you have to mention that ROC in final exam. So that depends on examiner whether it will reduce your 1 or 2 marks, because that ROC is very important. Is it okay with this? So here they have generalized this 1 upon k to a raised to k by k, isn't it? So the series the transform of this a raised to k by k will be again a log series in mod z greater than 1, mod of common ratio. Here the z will be a z raised to minus 1. So by writing the condition on z, I'm getting mod z greater than mod a.
Sir, why there is a minus before log?
Minus. This minus you are saying?
No. In the final answer, minus log 1 minus x.
Okay.
It
Let me
should be
explain on
1
the board. No, that is okay. It should be
1 plus x ना log 1 plus x का series है ना.
you can see the log of 1 plus x, it is given here. See in note part. These are the standard series expansions. Log of 1 plus x का क्या है? X minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3, isn't it? That is alternate plus minus signs.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it.
So
Yes.
we cannot use that 1 plus log of 1 plus expansion. Na? Here all the terms are given to be positive. So either we can write all positive or all negative, isn't it? So that is why we have used the second expansion by converting those positives to negatives. Is it okay, Ayush?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Now the next one. See here, if factorial term is there in denominator, then that will be definitely exponential, or its z transform will be definitely exponential function. You can see here, z transform of 2 raised to k by k factorial will be by definition like this, isn't it? And by expanding this summation from 0 to infinity, we'll get this. So is it a geometric series? No, this is not a geometric series, right? Because here we are not getting this common ratio to be same. All right. So that is not a geometric series, but we can approximate this series to exponential series, because we know the series expansion of exponential function or e raised to x का expansion क्या होता है? 1 plus x, or I can say 1 upon 0 factorial plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus and so on, right? So here that x will be 2z raised to minus 1. Okay, so this can be written in its exponential form, and that is the required z transform, which is not exist again at z equal to 0, where ROC is all z plane. Okay, I'll have to check this because I have a doubt. Here region of convergence is given to be complete z plane, isn't it? And I can see here this exponential function does not exist at z equal to 0, because 2 by 0 will be infinite and e raised to infinity will be infinite only, right? I'll clear this doubt. I'll have to check. Now the z transform of e raised to minus ak for k is given to be non-negative. So again, using the basic definition, we are getting now here the geometric series with the common ratio e raised to minus 8 z raised to minus 1. By writing its summation in mod of r less than 1, I'm getting z upon z raised to z upon z minus e raised to minus a in mod z greater than mod of e raised to minus a. So always remember z transform of e raised to minus ak will be z upon z minus e raised to minus a. If it is e raised to minus 2k, then z upon z minus e raised to minus 2. Or if it is e raised to say 2k only, then that will be z upon z minus e raised to 2. Okay. Now you can try this. Here you can see this function is splitted in negative part, then at particular points, I think at even points and at odd points, and then obtain the z transform this. So how they have splitted the interval? Minus infinity to infinity, like minus infinity to infinity. It should be minus
Sir?
1. Huh? Yes.
सर वो लास्ट एक एग्जांपल का सर वो लास्ट एक बताना हाँ
Which one? This one?
सर हाँ सेकंड लास्ट सर सेकंड लास्ट फॉर्मूला
Okay. Here this is geometric series. By using the laws of indices, we are getting e raised to minus a z raised to minus 1 raised to k, and series from 0 to infinity, isn't it? So by expanding this summation from 0 to infinity for for k equal to 0, this raised to 0 will be 1. Then for k equals to 1, this will be e raised to minus a z raised to minus 1 raised to 1, is it? In this way, we are getting a geometric series with the common ratio e raised to minus a z raised to minus 1. Okay, and as this is a geometric series, we all know that this series is convergent only if mod of common ratio less than 1, and it converges to what? First term upon 1 minus common ratio. Okay, so by simplifying this expression, here this is just like e raised to minus a by z. So by taking the LCM in denominator, so what will get? Z minus e raised to minus a by z, that z will be in numerator. And here e raised to minus a by z is less than 1. So mod by taking mod z to the right side or other side of the inequality, I'll get mod z is greater than mod e raised to minus a. Is it okay?
यस सर थैंक यू सर
So here it should be plus here, I think, because minus infinity to minus 1, there should be minus 1 also, and there must be plus from 0 to infinity. Okay. So you can see here k from minus infinity to minus 1 f of k z raised to minus k plus. Now here they have splitted these summations, this summation in two parts for I can say even positions and odd positions, right? 0 to 2n and 1 to 2n minus 1. Okay, and then substitute the f of k given in for even positions we are having 1 by 2 raised to k, and for odd positions we are having 1 by 3 raised to k. All right. So first one is easy, that will be a geometric series. What about second? Will it be a geometric series? Yes. It will be a geometric series with a common ratio 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 cos square, right? This will be a geometric series. Again, this will be also a geometric series with the common ratio 1 by 3 raised to 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1 cos square. Am I right? Both will be a geometric series. I think all will be a geometric series and they will convergent in their ROCs. Please ask if any doubt with this step. And then these series will be convergent to what? 1 upon or first term upon 1 minus common ratio. So here the first term is 1 and here the first term is this 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1. You can see here, provided that this is convergent if mod of what? I think they have not given the region of convergence. Mod of 2 raised to minus 1 z less than 1. This is convergent. This is convergent in mod of 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 cos square is less than 1, and this is convergent in mod of 1 by 3 z raised to minus 1 cos square less than 1. All right. So by simplifying these ROCs, we'll get mod z less than 2, 1 by 2 less than mod z, and 1 by 3 less than mod z. So by combining all these three regions, what we'll get? 1 by 2 is less than mod z is less than 2. Where is this 1 by 3 part goes? Where this 1 by 3 part less than mod z goes? Yes. Why they haven't included here?
Inside the circle.
Inside of what?
Circle.
No. Why they haven't considered here in combined ROC? That is what I'm asking. Isn't it? This is a combined ROC for all the three parts, subparts, I can say. So where this 1 by 3 1 by 3 less than mod z goes?
Sir, it is included in that because 1 by 2 means 0.5 and 1 by 3 means 0.3.
0.3,
So
exactly. That is what I'm asking actually. So
it is included.
if it is 1 by 2, then 1 by 3 will be included because 1 by 3 is what? Less than 1 by 2. Isn't it?
0.33.
Isn't it? Less than 1 by 2. So that is already included here in this. So if I consider 1 by 3 here, then 1 by 2 will not included in that. Isn't it? So that is why to merge all these ROCs, we have to take 1 by 2 less than mod z less than 2. That is what the thing. Actually, the same phenomena we are going to use while discussing the inverse Z transform. So you should know how to consider the combined Z transforms and how to consider or how to treat the given f of z inversely according to ROC given. So you should know all these things. This is again a similar example, similar question. I am not going to repeat. Here, by using linearity properties, Z transform of f of k and g of k is the separate Z transforms. That is easy. This is again easy. All these questions have asked, you can see here. This will be also easy using linearity property. Yes, what about this? Sin ak by k. So here, instead of getting Z transform of this function using the basic, yes, of course, we can get it by basic definition also, but that will be a complicated one, isn't it? Because we may confused in the expansions in terms of sign. Instead of that, what we can do, we can use the standard theorem, that is division by power of k, because you can see here the given function is given to be some function of k upon k, isn't it? So if and we know the standard Z transform of sin ak function. What is the standard Z transform of sin ak? Yes, any one of you? What is the Z transform of sin ak? Anshika Singh. Unmute your mic, please. Anshika.
Yes, sir.
What is the Z transform of sin ak here?
So,
Okay, that is actually there here.
Z. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir.
Z
Z sin. So 1 second. Z sin A upon Z square minus 2Z cos A plus 1 in
Okay,
the
so
region of mod Z greater than 1.
greater than. And what will be the Z transform of cos ak?
Cos AK would be Z into Z minus cos. No. So 1 second.
Yeah, you're right. Z into
Z into Z minus cos AK A
a
upon Z square minus 2Z cos A plus 1.
plus 1 in the same ROC, mod Z greater.
Mod Z greater than 1, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So for sin ak upon k, what we'll do, we'll first find the Z, or we'll first write the Z transform of sin ak. That we know we have obtained as a standard function, isn't it? So here Z transform of sin ak will be this, and with the help of this Z transform, we'll obtain the Z transform of sin ak by k using the theorem division by power of k. So here power of k is 1. So one time we have to integrate to the integrand. What will be the integrand? You might have remember the division by power of k theorem says if it is f of k by k, then it is integration from z to infinity z raised to minus 1 f of z dz. If you remember, z raised to minus 1 f of z dz. isn't it? Where f of z is the z transform of f of k. Okay. So integration from z to infinity here we're having z will get cancelled, sine a upon this. Now sine a is constant, I can write outside the integration. Isn't it? Outside the integration. And then integration from z to infinity dz upon z minus cos. Here you can see here such integrands we can integrate using the standard formulas, right? Integration of x square minus a square or x square plus a square kind of formulas. So if we are able to write this in its factored form, then we can use that standard formula. So that is what we did here. We have written z square minus 2z cos a plus 1 into its factored form by adding and subtracting what? By adding
Sir,
and
one is written as cos square theta plus sine square theta.
exactly
And
cos
so
square theta plus sine square theta, correct. And then or I can say adding and subtracting also. If we add, because we know we need here what we need, cos square, na? So by adding and subtracting, and then 1 minus sine, 1 minus cos square will be sine square, like that also we can do. Okay, so we have got here the 1 upon x square plus a square kind of integrand by using the perfect square method. Okay, and we know the formula of this integration of 1 upon x square plus a square will be 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. All right, 1 upon a. What is a? A is sine a. So sine a, sine a will get cancelled, and tan inverse of x upon a from z to infinity. All right. So at infinity, what is tan inverse of infinity? Pi by 2. Right. Tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 minus at z equal to z. That will be tan inverse of z minus cos a upon sine a. And what is pi by 2 minus tan inverse theta? That will be cot inverse of theta. So this is our required inverse z transform. Sorry, it's z transform. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Please ask if any doubt. So this is completely based on the property of division by power of k. If we try this by using the basic definition, then that will be more complicated. So this is what the basic, this is what the main application of basic theorems, standard theorems. How many theorems we have discussed? We have discussed, I think, change of scale theorem, then shifting theorems, then multiplication by power of k theorems, division by power of k theorems, right? Z transform of convolution. These are all the important theorems we have discussed. So this is completely based. And remember, for today's exam also, in today's exam also, I'm not going to, it is not necessary that the question will be from question bank only. Of course, the concept will be same, but the form of function will be different. It may be different, remember. So if the function or if the question is different, then don't say that this was not there in question bank, okay? Just prepare the question bank for the concepts, not for the same questions. So this is again based on the same property, division by power of k theorem. We have obtained the Z transform of such functions earlier by using the basic definition, but now here we are using the properties only, division by power of k theorem. You can see here also they have explained using the basic property, and they have explained here using the theorem also and basic definition also. No, something is wrong there. Oh, sorry. This is Z transform of 2 raised to k, and then they have used that to get the Z transform of 2 raised to k by k with the help of division by powers of k. Z transform of f of k, where f of k is given to be sine k pi by 4 plus alpha. So most of the times, if such functions are given in examination, then students are directly using the formulas of their Z transform. But remember, here it is plus alpha, so phase is there. So we have to remove that phase using the expansion formula, trigonometric expansion formula. So we have the trigonometric expansion formula of sin a plus b. What it says, sin a plus b क्या होता है, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. You can see here sin of a plus b, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. And then using the linearity property, z transform of this is z transform of this, isn't it? And that can be linearly goes inside, that is z transform of this plus z transform of this. But cos alpha and sin alpha are constant, so we can write outside the z transforms. And then z transform sin k pi by 4 and z transform cos k pi by 4 using the standard formulas. Clear? Then they have substituted the value of sin pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2. How will it be z by root 2? Okay, sorry. Sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, so that will be z by root 2 only. That is okay. I hope it is clear to all. If any doubt, please ask. These are very, very important and very easy examples. It has equal importance in competitive examinations because it is completely formula based. And even you are going to use these concepts of Z transform and Fourier transforms in your further subjects like DSP, SP, isn't it? Digital signal processing, I think signals and systems currently. So please ask if any doubt. The same thing they are doing here. I'm just looking for the different examples. Just like here, this is different. That is f of k is given to be e raised to minus ak cos bk for k non-negative. So how we can obtain the Z transform of this? Using the shifting properties, because we have discussed the shifting property e raised to minus ak f of k kind of function if we have, then how to obtain the Z transform of this. So f of k is here. See, f of k is that function whose Z transform we know by standard formulas. Okay. So here you can treat this as f of k also, but we don't have any formula by multiplication of cos into f of k. So that is why we are treating this as f of k, and this will be e raised to minus ak. So using that formula by shifting property, e raised to minus ak f of k is f of e raised to a into z. मतलब इस f of k का z transform is f of z, and into that replace z by e raised to a z. So cos bk का z ट्रांसफॉर्म है ये, दैट इज f of z. अगर इसको मैं e raised to minus ak के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ, देन इसमें क्या चेंज होगा? इसमें सिर्फ आपको z को रिप्लेस करना है किससे? e raised to az. So what is a? A is given to be a only. So you can see here z is replaced by e raised to az, nothing else. Very easy. These are the similar examples. Okay. A raised to k f of k. See here. We have discussed the shifting theorem for a raised to, I think this is change of scale theorem. A raised to k f of k. Yes, change of scale theorem. But you need to split this using the cos of a plus b, sine of a plus b. Remember, this was asked in earlier pattern. Very, very important for 4 marks. These examples I have asked. You can solve these examples later. If you want me to solve any one of these, please let me know. I can solve. But that is easy. Completely based on the basic theorems, basic properties. Here also, f of k is k, just like k into 1, so multiplication by power of k, or you can use the basic definition. Here also f of k is k 5 raised to k, so this is just like k into a raised to k kind of function. A raised to k का z transform तो हमें मालूम है, in this z upon z minus a when mod z less than 1, isn't it? So fz will be z upon z minus a. So k is multiplied, isn't it? So multiplication by power of k. Power of k is 1. So if it is multiplication on the left, then right hand side में क्या करते हैं हम derivative लेते हैं. So using the multiplication by power of k theorem, you can see here. Okay, very easy. Just go through these solutions. Is it okay? It's time 10:53. So wish you all the best to all for our today's examination. Question paper is very easy, don't worry. Just prepare the concepts. Always used to say to all that just prepare the concept, not the examples. If you prepare the concepts, you can handle each and every question by any angle. But if you remember, if you prepare the questions only, examples only, then if there is a change in that example, then you will not be able to identify that change. So prepare the concepts. Okay, I'm going
सर
to
वो
stop.
फूरियर में खाली 9-10 फॉर्मूले पे ही कॉन्सेंट्रेट करने हैं ना,
Fourier में,
ट्रांसफॉर्म और इंटीग्रल,
uh,
फूरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म लेसन
there
you
were I
need to
think only
focus
6
on
formulas.
transform and integral, sine and
Yes.
cos.
So the questions will be like obtain the Fourier transform, or obtain the inverse Fourier transform, or find the value of fx. fx क्या होता है? Fourier integral, isn't it? तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन हो गए, और सॉल्व द इंटीग्रल इक्वेशन. ओके, जितना हमने किया है ना, उससे बाहर कुछ नहीं आएगा. क्वेश्चन बाहर से हो सकते हैं, लेकिन कंसेप्ट नहीं हो सकता.
Okay, sir.
Clear to all? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.